Our players joining us today from left to right: wide receiver Cam Denson, offensive lineman Laith Frick, stud linebacker DeAndre Miller, and defensive lineman Parker Zellers. We'll go ahead and open it for questions.
DeAndre, how would you describe the difference between the level of athlete you saw against BYU and the level of athlete you saw against Grambling, and particularly guys who could really move on Saturday night?
They were both really good opponents. You know, we have respect for our opponents. Grambling definitely came out and played and had heart. You know, they came out and gave us their all. So they're both really good opponents and athletes.
How do you best though deal with shifty players? When you're a defensive player, you're dealing with shifty athletes like that. How do you try to stop those type of athletes?
Get all 11 guys to the ball. Yeah, get every defensive player to the ball, hustle. You know, so if one guy misses, another guy can get him.
Laith, there's been a pretty big difference between the first half and the second half for your offensive line and your offense as a whole. The first two games, what do you think's been the difference between the two halves?
You know, every halftime we go in, we make adjustments. You know, we have a game plan, but like not every time it's right. They might have a different game plan for us. So when we go in halftime, we always adjust and we go out with a little more intensity.
Is that something that can be corrected earlier than halftime sometimes?
Yeah, I mean, it should be. We shouldn't have to wait till halftime, but, you know, sometimes it just takes a little while to go. I know this week and the next coming weeks we're going to try to work on that a little bit.
How would you describe Brandon in the huddle on Saturday?
Good, well-spoken. You know, we can hear him a lot. He took command. He took control of the offense, same way Anu does, so he did a good job with that.
DeAndre, what was your relationship like with Keone Bushley when he was here?
He was my brother, and he will always forever be my brother. He had the most respect, I think, out of anybody in the linebacker room, from what he was going through in his life. And you know, he's smart, intelligent, funny, cool to be around. So he's still to this day my brother.
Do you still talk to him at all?
Every now and then. You know, we don't talk on a daily basis, but we might hit each other up over like social media or something.
Parker, you guys went 6 quarters, I believe, without getting a takeaway, and then all of a sudden the dam broke. How did that happen?
I think it was just kind of time. It happened. You know, like DeAndre said, as long as you get hats to the ball and you get people flying around, good things usually happen. I think it was just about time, you know, we got one. So, you know, like you said, as long as we get hats to the ball, I think we'll be all right.
You forced a couple of fumbles. Are you guys making a concerted effort to do that, or does that just come with aggressive defense?
I think it just comes naturally with the aggressive defense and effort.
Cam, you got involved in the offense there at the beginning of the second half. What was it like to, you know, participate and be involved in that manner?
It felt really good to go out there and contribute to the team, you know, going out there and giving it my all. And it just felt really good to be out there with the team.
Why do you think the offense has struggled in the first half of the first two games?
We just go out there and we're just not really executing, but we come out, make adjustments at halftime, execute a little better, you know, and just work on executing the plays and going out there with intensity.
Parker, there were obviously a lot of missed tackles, and Rich Rod had some descriptive adjectives for the tackling in general. What did you see when you reviewed the film as far as a lot of those missed tackles?
I think it's a lot of guys just kind of getting antsy and just, you know, really wanting to, you know, go right through someone, and they just put their foot in the dirt and they go the other way. But, you know, like I said again, as long as we get 11 hats to the ball, I think we'll be all right. And we work on it every week in practice. So as long as we keep working on it and learning from the mistakes, I think we'll be good to go.
Do you think you did a good job of getting 11 guys to the ball against Grambling, or not so much?
You know, sometimes yes, sometimes, you know, there could have been more. But for the most part, I think guys were flying around. It was just like the little technical things that were hurting us.
In the process of tackling, is that something where you have to be conscious of the fundamentals of tackling as you're doing it, or at that point, the point of contact, is it all instinctual?
It should be instinctual. I'm not sure about how it is for everyone else, but for the most part, yeah. I mean, you shouldn't really have to think about, you know, what to do. It should just come naturally. And, you know, we do it enough in practice to the point where, you know, it should come natural. But you know, sometimes people get a little antsy and some bad things happen, but we're working on it.
Cam, what do you like most about the way Brandon, excuse me, commands the huddle?
He comes out with he brings a lot of leadership to the team. You know, he goes out there. You know, he gives it his all. He brings more of a running perspective to the team. So having that out there is going to open up the run game and then eventually open up the pass game for everybody.
Cam, you were a dominant player at South Point, took over games, and were recruited by the likes of Alabama. You were, and then you come here and you've had a position switch and you happen to put up big numbers. Where is your confidence at right now? And can you be a big producer here in Arizona still?
I feel like I can be a big producer here, and my confidence level hasn't dropped at all. You know, I took more of a like wait my turn type of deal. You know, just get better every week and every day. Go out there and practice harder, and just work on the little things so I can go out there and compete at a high level with my teammates.
Lath, what does the O-line have to do to be more productive in opening holes?
Coach Monche always talks about leverage, and we got away a little way with that these past 2 weeks. So you know, this week we put a lot of emphasis on leverage and just getting under guys so we can drive them and open up the holes. So leverage is a big part, and just finishing, driving, playing to the whistle.
What did you see on those fourth down plays that didn't go your way?
Just stupid mistakes, stupid little errors. You know, we had to be more crisp. We didn't come out on those fourth down plays necessarily as crisp as we could have. When we went back and watched the film, there's a lot of things we could clean up, and that's what we saw.
DeAndre and Parker, when you guys are down by 21-3 at the half, who's the one that's stepping up on the defensive side of the ball, trying to kind of rally everybody on the players' side?
Everyone. I mean, we all lead in our own individual ways. So there's some guys that are more vocal. There's some guys out there who, you know, go and make plays. So I mean, everybody contributed into bringing that energy coming out the second half.
Like, you guys have a lot of players on the team that are from Hawaii, some that are from America Samoa. Is this game a big deal? Is Hawaii? I mean, is that a team that kids grew up talking about or liking at all? Or?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm not from the island, but you know, I think the people that are, I think they got a little extra to this game because, you know, they're all either from Hawaii or Samoa, like you said, and they grew up close watching their players. So, you know, I think they're really looking forward to it. They know a lot of players on the team, so.
For DeAndre and/or Parker, Coach was asked if the team has kind of met his expectation level so far this season, and he said no, that he's disappointed that you guys are 1-1 and, you know, kind of struggled against Grambling. What do you think about the overall performance so far?
I think there's always room for improvement. You know, as long as you go out, practice, wanting to get better, wanting to improve, wanting to succeed, I think that's a recipe for success. So as long as, you know, as a team we keep doing that, I think every week we'll be making strides.
What do you think, DeAndre?
I mean, I agree. We're definitely not where we had wanted to be. You know, everybody wants to be 2-0, but we take one game at a time. You know, like Coach Rod says, we dwell on it for 24 hours and then we move on to the next opponent. So we just got to go out every week and give it our best. You know, and give it all we got.
Parker, what's most impressed you about Belknap and what he's been able to do to work his way in the lineup?
I'd say his work ethic. You know, he really loves the game of football, and he works at it every day, on and off the field, whether it's in the classroom watching film or you know, on the field. But you know, I'm real proud of him the way he's came along, and just like to see him and as a defense line and defensive unit to keep making strides.
Are either of you four, is anyone here just by chance helping Furumano on the haka dance, or have anything to do with that, or have been part of that resurgence? The question could be for anybody.
Nah, it's all him and Fish.
Who's Fish?
Alua?
Okay. Have you seen them do that at all, or can you speak to the work that they put in with that?
You know, they worked hard on it. I think it took Sonny like 2-3 months just to finish it, perfect it, and we've been working on it a little bit after practice every day. And you could tell he put his heart into it. He really worked hard on it, and it's gonna be ready soon.
What do you think it means to him?
I think it means a lot, you know, like in their culture, that dance is like real meaningful. And now that we have one like of our own that like means something to us, I think it means a lot.
Does it help fire you guys up for games at all?
Yeah, it does, you know, because it gets them fired up a lot. So when we see them getting fired up, we get everybody else fired up.
Sonny and Michael, I'll tease that in on you. They're all from Hawaii. They've been talking about this game and what it means to just have a team from their state coming in.
No, I mean every game means something to everybody. So you gotta go out every game, and if you just focus on one game of the year, that's not the right attitude. So they haven't really been talking about that too much, but it probably means a little something to them.
For each one of you, favorite thing you saw happen in the NFL yesterday?
The Raiders won.
Blake?
I don't know, my Cardinals lost, so there's not much I liked about yesterday.
I didn't really watch any games yesterday.
Favorite thing you saw happen in the NFL yesterday?
I had homework, so I didn't get to watch no TV.
Parker, anything?
Yeah, I watched all about 30 seconds of some NFL games yesterday, so nothing. I didn't really see anything crazy, but I'm a Bird Gang fan, so I'm not too happy about the loss, but that's about it.
Cam, what'd you think of the Raiders going for 2?
I personally didn't watch the game, but I heard about it. But it's a gutsy move, but I like it because, you know, they ultimately won the game, so you can't blame them for going for 2.
When you guys go back home Saturday night after a game here, hard to do on the road, but after a home game, do you get on ESPN and watch the highlights of what went on around college football?
Dead tired, you go straight to sleep.
I usually stay up and then watch film on our game, so I don't really get into that until like during the week.
I just check the ESPN app, you know, check out some of the scores, and then, yeah, like DeAndre said, I don't go to bed until I watch the game, so.
Have you guys had a chance to check out the new uniforms this week, and just what are your thoughts on it?
Haven't seen them.
We don't know nothing about that. Surprise, I guess.
You ruined the news.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys, thank you, everyone. Gentlemen.